What's up, everyone? It's Wesley Trades, and welcome back to another weekly recap video. This is the third video I've recorded today. I'm getting shit done today. I like it. And yeah, this video is going to be our trade recap. First things first, I just want to say thank you guys very much. We've been killing it on YouTube. 316 subscribers is crazy, you guys. Like, you guys are taking this to a whole nother level. I'm kind of debating whether or not I should drop out of school. I started this so I could pay for my pilot training to fly, because I really want to fly, and I can do that without having to go to school. So I might end up doing that. Anyway, that's further down the road for a different video. Alrighty, well, we honestly had a great end to the week, but personally, a just okay week. We end up with negative 1,300 for trades. These two kind of problem childs this week, and then great takeaway for this Friday trade that I actually made today, because I'm recording this weekly recap video on the same day. But yeah, it was a really good trade. We're gonna go over all of these, what I was kind of thinking, and show you my cue cards as well, and then reading off the whiteboard of what we have here. Let's get straight to it. We got some stats. Total P&L, we're down 1,500. As you can see, we are 50% in our down draw. We have actually de-risked as of today to 0.25% of trades. So I don't think we're going anywhere. I think we're gonna take a first payout out of this thing, and we're gonna make this thing, we're gonna take good things out of this account. So anyway, my trade win percentage, not too good right now, but I also only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades, and 10 trades isn't my be all end all of my career in trading. So we'll continue that. So this was trade number 14 on the funded account. I was a big fan of the 15-minute bullish SMT, the bullish gap that we were in, the 1 hour fair value gap targeting a recent high, and then a retracement back to the gap. So that was obviously on my entry. So as you can see, if we pause it, this retracement right here on this gap, and we didn't get a full close below, and we were able to kind of rally beyond it. So off that break of structure is where I entered. I personally thought this was a good setup for the trade. I obviously end up getting stopped out here, but that's just out probability. I'm not gonna lie. I was a fan of that trade personally, but that's kind of sums up all for the trade number 14 for the Monday this week. All right, the video is actually not out yet because I had an issue with my audio in my recording, so I actually had to send my editor a second voiceover video because the audio wasn't on, and I didn't even notice, and I sent him the whole thing and I didn't even look back on it, but he sent me that, so I resent it to him. The video will be out shortly, I hope. But this was the first trade. We were up on this candle here. Let's go to the 1 minute. Actually, I ended up going short somewhere along here, I think off of this bullish engulfing candle, and then just stops above these highs. I do remember. And then I targeted something down here. I don't know, some bullshit down there. So we had this, right? We traded off the imbalance, which was right here. We didn't get a full close through it, and we thought we saw a reaction. And then we end up just getting kind of stopped out right here. So this is exactly where our stops were. But this trade, we'll go over my thought on it. We're looking for trade number 15. Here we go. So this is on M&Q. 1 hour bearish SMT. I really did like this bearish SMT, I'm not gonna lie. And the 1 hour fair value gap struggle. So I don't want to change time frames to show you, but it definitely is there at some point. Like this whole area is a fair value gap, I believe. And then the New York market open was collecting sell orders. So I saw this as kind of a grab on liquidity because of such a sharp rise, right? And then the big sell-off. So I totally thought once we reach another high, we would sell back to the downside, which we eventually do way down the road after consolidation station. But anyway, that just wasn't a move that I caught. So anyway, that's kind of all for this trade. I did believe it was an A+ setup. I truly did believe it was an A+ setup. We just got out probability. And then for the runt of the week, I keep saying this because seriously, this is a trade that I shouldn't be taking, especially after a loss of probability like I took before. So we entered off this candle and we had our stops tight. We had tight stops, which normally I don't do, and I kind of regret doing for this trade. But we did have tight stops, and I believe we were just targeting this low. So something like that. It was a 5.1 risk reward trade. So somewhere near here, right? 5.1, something like that. Anyway, I ended up taking that trade and I just risked too much. Like I risked 500 again. Some things I thought I liked about this trade was the 1 hour for value gap again that I was trading off of. The breaker structure to the downside, which honestly isn't that drastic on the 1 minute. Like we could have saw more confirmation, right? And then obviously after I get stopped out, I write, could have had a better stop loss. Absolutely. Like I wasn't really a fan of that trade. If my stop loss was somewhere like above a high, right, we end up winning this trade. So just not taking a sloppy stop loss, I think, is something that I took away from that trade. And then obviously just risk management. Moving on to day number 10, which was today, this Friday. So this was our bounce back trade of the week. Right, it was very good if I can get there. Holy, we were definitely all like super patient during this chop here, this session. Right, we had this fair value gap that we have here, and just kind of drops and sells off, and it was pretty abrupt. And then we have right the collection of buy orders, and then just gradually over time, banks are just filling these buy orders and ends up pushing the price up, which I was looking for because down here not only was news data lows, which was this wick right here, but Asian session lows, which was back there. They were somewhere around here. And then, yeah, we wick through those. We create quite the 15-minute SMT. And then we also had the 1 hour liquidity sweep through here. We can take a look at that actually. As you see, we wick through here, right? These low resistance lows right here and right here. So we come out, take all of that liquidity, and then we were targeting a high up here, I believe, and then we end up just taking profit at the end of the New York session. So it was a really good trade. I'll just map it out quickly for you here. It was honestly my favorite trade of my whole account so far, even though like it wasn't a big win. It was just a super trust my gut and know that my edge is right in trading and that I have a successful strategy and that I can manage my risk and I can dig myself out of what I've put myself in my Top Step funded account. So off this breaker structure right here, I end up entering. So I believe it was something like that. And then we had lows down here. I believe we were equal lows and the 2.5. So we were up here and we end up selling at the end of the New York session. As you can see, we take a $397 profit for the day. Yeah, I held it to the end of New York session. It was a super great trade. Some of these notes that I have on my cue card are good mindset going into today. 1 week and 1 day bullish bias, 1 hour liquidity sweep, 15-minute SMT, news data lows swept, Asian lows swept, good stop loss, A+ setup. I just thought it was a super high confluence trade, which it was. And we end up selling at the top of a move at the end of the New York market. I will hold because I trust myself and I really trust that my market analysis is good enough. And I believe I'm a profitable trader. I know I am a profitable trader. I've showcased it to you in the combine. I maybe risked a little much, but that was just to get the combine over with. Like now that we have real money that we're dealing with here, I'm gonna buckle in. Like this is a job for me. I'm gonna do what it takes. So this is kind of it for the week. It was overall a great week for me. Minus 2 like risk flaws that I had. Overall, great week for me. I'm super happy with today. Super happy with the losses that I took, only because I'm learning from them, right? And it's like making a mistake isn't a bad thing. Like I saw someone once say, I know you're gonna say like, oh, you're on your fucking phone all the time. Well, yeah, I am on my phone all the time. But like on Instagram, it was like some dude was talking to some classmates or whatever that he was teaching trading. He was like, hurry up and fail so you can learn from it. Yeah, I've just learned to take the failures that I have and the losses, not quite failures, but losses in the market that I have and learn from them, because if I don't, it's obviously gonna affect my trading, right? Little things like that. I really have to understand when it was a error on my part or just out probability, right? And I've gotten a little bit better at spotting those two. So honestly, that's kind of it for the week. The stats are good. We're going to make it out of down draw, no problem, because I am a profitable trader. I hope you guys are getting out and doing good stuff too. Like you don't always have to look at the market. You don't always have to be studying. Like go out and do something you enjoy, because if we're trying to make this our job, why are we going to want to look at it 24/7. We're going to burn out at some point. So make sure you're really taking your time to yourself and just improving things in your life, because as things in your life improve, your trading will improve as well.